So guys, confirm if you can see my screen so that we can get started.
Yes, I can see it, but if you can enlarge it a bit.
Okay, I'll do that. How about now? Is it better? Can you guys see now? Is it bolder?
Yes, yeah.
Yes,
All
yes.
right. Okay, so most of my class are pretty much interactive, so I want us to, just like, give feedback so that it's not like I'm just talking to my plain screen. So how you guys doing? I trust you guys are doing good again. My name is Adigolapo and I will be facilitating the session. I will introduce myself furthermore into the section, but I'll just start real quick because we're 10 minutes in. So quick housekeeping for this class will be that it's okay to keep your microphones muted, especially when you don't have anything to contribute here. Do not spam the chat. Please be respectful as well. And I see that it's more like we have more ladies today in the training, and that's pretty impressive. Do we have any guys with us today? I don't think so. Okay, Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Ima Oyeko. Okay, hi. You're welcome. Thank you for joining. So I think it's only Emmanuel today. So that's interesting. So I guess ladies are very much interested in MVPs and product management than guys, based on this, data. All right. A quick overview about LENAC, and it's LENAC that is bringing you this free training today. So LENAC is on a mission to help 10 million individuals. I know that's a big number, upgrade their lifestyle by reskilling them and ensuring that they get a job in that skill within 6 to 12 months. You all in this training are helping us reach that, 10 million mark. For us at LENAC, we believe that when you learn, you should be able to earn with that skill. There is no point, trying to learn and just increasing your knowledge bank and not doing anything with it. So the goal for us is whatever we train you on, we are seeing that you can actually use that to, make money and also improve your lifestyle. The ease of transitioning to tech. So I'm sure that a lot of us here are maybe tech professionals. Some are thinking of transitioning into tech, or some are just, just a curious cat saying, what are they doing there? Let me see what's going on. But in the case where you want to transition to tech, and I can say that every field, every industry needs, a tech expertise, because we're in the digital world now. In the bank, you have the tech team. In the hospital, you have the tech team. Name it. Every industry needs a tech person. So it means that um, there is room for everybody to learn one or two skills to actually get paid for it. So what's the ease of training transitioning to tech? There are three major ways for you to actually get into tech, or three major steps that you need to do, and I'll really go through that fast. The first is by joining a tech community. One thing about community is that it just helps you, encourage you, and kind of like give you that nod that you need to make that decision. So if you have it in mind to say, oh, someday I want to, acquire a tech skill, people within the community are always there to help you, to help encourage you, to share knowledge with you, to share insight with you, and to even guide you to that tech part or that skill you want to learn in tech. So I'd always recommend that you join a tech community. LENAC has a tech community, and it's on WhatsApp. It's not that you need to download any extra apps. So if you're on WhatsApp, you can easily join our community. It's a very, very great community. We're over 300 now in that community, and we share free resources. We have like trivial nights for games, and we talk about tech. You have access to asking any questions you want to ask, and it's absolutely free. So if you want to join, someone will drop the tech community link on the chat box immediately. Maybe if you don't mind, please drop the tech community link for the case of, yeah. All right, thank you very much. Now, I mean, after joining the tech community, you need to, for you to get into tech, for you to say, okay, I'm a tech professional, you need to skill up and get certified. Although certification is not a true test of knowledge that okay, you can do the job, but the only way an employee, an employer rather, or a recruiter can tell that you know or you have knowledge of that job is that you can provide like certifications for it. Skilling up means that you take a tech course, you go for boot camps, you take trainings, and I guess a lot of you are on this training just so that you can skill up yourself on the topic MVPs, which we'll get into in a bit. So you need to skill up and get certified. And for me myself, I I had to go through all this process to become the tech professional that I am, and this is the fastest and easy way to transition away to tech. Then mentorship and job prep. You're already skilled up. You acquire the skill. You know what. For instance, you decide to become a product manager. You attended a full boot camp like the ones that we offer here at LearnApp, and you have all the skill set. Now it's time for you to get ready to the job market, to get ready for the job market. The job market is very brutal. You remember that you're not the only one looking for that job. I mean, if you're on LinkedIn, you see that when one job is posted, you see over thousands of people have already applied to that job. So the best thing is that you get mentorship, because one thing that mentorship does for you is you can leverage on the network of your mentors, and you can also leverage on their experiences for them to guide you. And also you should be in a place where you want to be mentored for job preparation, not that you just want to be mentored to learn more things that you already learned whilst you went at a boot camp. So the beautiful thing about LearnApp as well is that we usually have a mentorship and remote job accelerator program that is tied to whatever skills that you've learned. So after you learned, we also teach you how to actually get that job, and most of the time we pair you with a mentor. So this is a 3 easy way to transition into tech. So you can see evidences of people giving testimonies of getting jobs, few weeks, months of either being in the community or taking any of our courses. Now, this is just a little bit more of LearnApp. Aside from product management, aside from these, we have other courses like data analysis, we have product design, we have Scrum Master, and in the coming months, we have in cybersecurity and business analysis as well. So in the case you're interested in any of those things, you could always jump on or ask any of our administrator on the WhatsApp community group. All right, so I just wanted to share a quick testimony. This is what we do for all of our webinar, just to see and to encourage and to nudge someone that has been holding back to pursuing their career in tech. So let's see. Eno was one person that took our 4-week Scrum Master course, and after the Scrum Master course, she was able to land the job in Europe just 4 weeks after doing the course. And this is not a tale. This is not something that is made up. If you join the community and you really want to check in to see if what I'm saying is true, you can just ping at Eno. Is this true what they're saying? Can you show me evidences? And I'm sure she will respond to you gladly. We have other testimonies like Ada Ome, amazing lady, because I had facilitated some of our courses as well. She did the Scrum Master and she was able to get certified from the SMC, which is one of the highest body of Scrum Mastery certification. She went ahead with the teachings that we gave to also get PMP certified. I mean, if you know all of the value of the certification and you know the worth of how much they pay people that has a certification, you know that this is a big deal. So these are the things that you can also get. These are ordinary people like you, people that came from just being, entrepreneurs, never had any background in tech, and they're, excelling as well. And we have Jemima. Jemima is a medical student in Istanbul. She took the 8-week data analysis course, and as well, she was able to land herself a role in tech. But it's quite interesting, and the possibilities are endless once you make that nudge. Okay. So this is what our certificate looks like. And aside from that, if you take our data analysis course, you get a double certificate from PwC as well. So let's get started. So we're getting into the moment real soon. So if you wait till the end, we have a special gift for you. Very, very special gift for you. So I hope everyone here, you have your writing pens, you have your notepads all ready. Yes, great. So I want to ask a question real quick. How many of you attended the 2 weeks ago the class that we had on product road mapping? Was anyone in attendance? Did anyone attend the product road mapping class? I would assume Chineye Mbaoji did. Anyone? Okay. Emmanuel, you attended. Okay, great. Do you want to really quickly just give us feedback on how that class went?
Hello, good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, the product roadmap, I think it was like 2 weeks ago.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, it was like short but like detailed, well detailed, yeah. Because I've done a product management training before. So I just like decided to join since it was like specific on a particular topic. Yeah, and it was like well detailed, like all information was given like there. I don't think anything was left out. And I really like learned it. I have like the slides saved too. So like it was even like more the base since it was like focused on a section, it was like very detailed rather than like the full course I had before. Like it wasn't so explained. Yeah. And I really like and the certificate too, like is the plus on my LinkedIn already. So
Great.
yeah.
Great. Congratulations, Emmanuel, and thanks for joining in.
You're
Okay,
welcome.
great. Great, great, great. So guys, you know that you being in this training gives you gives you an opportunity to earn your first, in the case you never earned a tech certificate before, you'd be able to earn a certificate. So I've given you expo on what the gifts will be at the end. Thank you, Manuel, for that. That was really nice to get. Okay. So now more about me. I have explained that I will share more about myself. I am a senior cybersecurity product manager at a company called ShortPoint. ShortPoint is in the United States, and we build core software products that helps companies build or design beautiful internet pages. So I've been doing tech for over 8 years now. My career has spanned through being a Scrum Master, business analyst, core product management, and now I'm doing cybersecurity. And my passion is to see help people that doesn't have any background at all in tech, also enjoy the limitless opportunities that is available, learning skills and learning tech skills that they can leverage on their own transferable skills for whatever industry that they have been before, getting those skills. That's my own passion, and that's why I'm currently training you on products. I'm sorry, minimum viable products today. All right. So this is on the screen shows my certification. I'm certified as a product manager, a scrum master. I have this Lean Six Sigma green belt. I also have the IES certification as a business analyst, which is the CBAP. So that is a summary of what I do and who I am in terms of my career. So let's get started. Today we're going to be talking about 5 major things. What are MVPs, importance of MVPs and prototypes, process of building MVPs, and we're going to also practice building MVPs. I'm someone that believes in practicals rather than theory. I'm not here to read slides to you. I want you to, the goal is that at the end of this session, you can build MVPs. You're MVP pro. You understand every single thing that it pertains to MVPs. All right. Okay, so let's get started. I want to quickly ask a question. So I'll create a poll real quick. And I want you guys to please answer immediately. So it will be down. So what is your experience level with MVPs? Are you novice? Are you intermediate? Or have you even edited at all? Or are you advanced? Advanced means you've built a couple of MVPs. Okay. I launched it. So guys, let me see your votes. Okay. You guys, can you see the poll? Okay, it looks like a lot of you, okay, someone is intermediate. Great. Unfortunately, I can't tell who is intermediate. So we have 7 votes. 6 votes says that you all are novice. And we have about just 1 person. Okay, it's increasing. So we have 2 people that are okay. Nice. Still expecting you guys votes. Okay, so it
Sorry,
means
if
that
I may have. Please, where are they voting? I can't see it in the chat.
okay, we have a poll that will pop up.
Okay, I didn't get that.
Okay, so you should check it in the chat. Guys, can you help her? Because I am the one sharing screen and creating, so my interface might be different from yours, but it should typically
But
be
okay, I've already
beside the
dropped my
chat.
option in the chat.
Okay, you're novice, right? Great. No problem. So what this poll tells us that a lot of us are novice. So when I'm trying to go through the slides and explain certain things, I'm going to go very granular. So guys, are you ready? Okay, I think you guys are not ready. Like the excitement in the product road mapping class was, where even my head was swelling. I was very excited to teach. All right. I can see the emojis. Thank you very much. Okay, let's do this. Oh, I see Kabirat. I know Kabirat was in the last class. You see, I'm already getting familiar with a lot of you. Nice. Okay, so what is an MVP? For those ones that are said that they are intermediate level, let's see what MVP is. What is an MVP? Okay, where are my intermediate level MVP people now? All right. So the full meaning of MVP, let me see who knows the full meaning of MVP. You can just write it in the chat. Okay.
Okay, can I say?
Okay, sure, Olua, let's hear you.
No, it's Chineye Mboji.
Oh, Chineye, okay, go for it.
Yes, minimum viable product.
All right. And do you have any idea what that is?
Well, it's a list of things to be considered when creating a product for a client, like things of prioritization when building a product for someone.
That's a very good try, Chineye, actually. But yeah, some elements are true about MVP that you just defined. But let's quickly go. So minimum viable MVP is not most valuable player in terms of product management and the world of what's it called? Building product. So as Chineye rightly said, it's called minimum viable product. So MVP is that product, is a product, or you can say it's a tool to help product managers validate their solutions. Because when someone said, if someone comes to tell you, oh, we built our MVP, so it means that it's a product that has the minimum set of features to attract early users and validate the idea in the initial phase or the product development cycle. So let me take, for instance, as the core. Okay, Kabira said the first release of product that has the core features to satisfy customer need. Excellent. Yes, that's a very good definition. So I was trying to give an example. Let's say that you want to start a food business. Let me start that. And maybe you went to Paris, you went to France, and you saw this amazing recipe, right? Or you went to Paris and you saw that they're very big with confectionaries, like, pastries, like cinnamon rolls, their croissant, all those nice things, yeah? And you're like, oh, you want to come to Nigeria and also open that sort of pastry store, but you do not know what sort of pastry would really align to the Nigerian taste board, right? So yes, maybe you want to like start selling croissants, start selling cinnamon rolls, different pastry, name it, or cheesecake, because I love cheesecake, by the way. So you decide that, okay, out of the list of all of these pastries, I'm going to try to sell pastries that has cream. Why? Are you guys getting me? Can you guys hear me so that I'm sure that?
Yes, yes.
Okay, great. So why I'm using this sort of example, okay, Adedolapo, raise your hand, please. You raised your hand. Okay. Okay. I can't hear you, Adedolapo. Okay. I guess the hand was raised either by mistake. Okay, so now you decided that, okay, even though you want to be selling different variety of pastries, but you feel that Nigerians like pastries that has cream. This is an assumption that you need to validate before you now invest money in bringing different variants of pastry. So your MVP might be cinnamon roll, might be cheesecake. What other pastry has cream in it? Is in my head, but I can't quite remember. But let's just assume you had three different pastries, and you don't invest in building a big pastry store, right? You just invest in building a small kiosk and call it, let's say, Felicia's Felicion Pastory or pastry, you make it look very nice and premium and whatnot. Felicia, please forgive me that I used your name, but I just wanted it to be very relatable, right? So we call it Felicia Pastory or, pastry house, whatever, something really that sounds very French and lovely and nice. And you just open that kiosk right beside maybe University of Lagos or University of Enugu, because at the end of the day, it's those kind of people that will enjoy pastry. Or you put it on the island where, we are very chic and sophisticated people. I'm not saying that people living on Lagos mainland are not chic and sophisticated, so no one owes me to those words. Huh? So you put that kiosk and start selling just those three type of pastry. And you try to see how many people comes to buy and how they buy it and get feedback on what they are saying. They're saying, it's too sweet though. We Nigerians, we don't eat this thing that is sweet, it's too creamy, or it's not creamy enough. Or can you add pepper in cheesecake? That would be weird, right? That would be weird to add pepper in cheese. Those sort of feedbacks are what you now take back to continue to improve your products. You guys, you get me? Like, okay, you now say, okay, now we can guarantee that Nigerians really like creamy pastries because of we're sold out in our first 2 days. Like, we're sold out that we had to, and people are asking for more, this other feedback. So when you are trying to now build your menu list, you know that one of the things that you want to add more are a lot of pastries with cream, right? And someone that maybe if it were only one person said I should add pepper to cheesecake, that is not a good insight to say you were going to add. If about 50 or 20 or 30 people are like, please, can you put pepper at agogo inside? At agogo, in case for people that don't understand, at agogo is a Yoruba word for hot peppers, right? Into a cheesecake. And then you want to have a menu and call it maybe Thames peppery cheesecake, like that's for Temitope, by the way, Thames peppery cheesecake as part of your menu item. And because it guarantees that what you are putting on the menu, people will buy. It's what people need. Is what people taste but really desire. Do you understand? So I just had to give this analogy for MVP so that you can understand the concept. So now we'll bring it into tech. Guys, let me see a thumbs up if you guys are understanding me. Beautiful. It's only Felicia and Temi. Okay, it's because I use you guys' name. For example, don't worry, I'm going to use Dairo's name soon, Anima, for example, so that I can get a thumbs up. All right. Thank you, Penny. Thank you, guys. Alrighty. So now, let me go back 1 second. So MVP is a tool to help product managers or generally anyone to validate their solutions quickly without having to build the entire product. It allows the team to collect the maximum amount of learning about customers, which are used to inform future product iteration if there's a need in the market. So before you start investing so much on anything, you build the minimum features that you think that you customize, because in your own mind you just assumed, like we use the pastry example, that Nigerians love what's it called, creamy pastries because of the pastry. What's this? There's something that happened recently, the Milky Donut pandemic we had, where everybody was talking about Milky Donut, right? That was your hypothesis, that if people could, really go crazy on what's it called, on Milky product or Milky Donut, that means they might be big fans of pastry. That was your own hypothesis. But for you to validate that hypothesis, you need to create an MVP that can help you guarantee that your hypothesis is that true or false. Okay, so moving on. And the truth is, what users says is not what they do. Do you guys agree with me? That what users says is not what they do. So you can say that, why don't I, instead of creating an MVP, instead of just creating a subset of all the features that I want, that I think that they need, why don't I just, go and get a survey and ask people if we should open, a pastry store that sells mostly creamy pastries, right? Why you can ask that and say, why can't I just do that? Can anyone help me answer that? Why can't I just say, okay, let me just ask a survey, go around, go to people that you already go to, that loves to go have patience. Why can't I just ask them and build based on what they have said or what they have filled on my survey form? Does anyone want to say? I'm actually looking out to people that said they're intermediates with MVPs. Why do you think? Anyone has an answer? No. So I'll tell you why. People can say something, but it's not exactly what they do. And this has been proven time and time again. Because another thing is, the people that you gave survey to might probably not even be your target customers, right? Or even if they are your target customers, people really do not know what they want. So if I asked you, maybe if you were matured when in the year 2000, that what type of mobile phone do you think you want, and how do you want it to function? You might not be able to give that an answer. The answer you might likely give is that you just want a mobile phone to make calls. And then if you remember 3310s and all those phones that are just with buttons. But you see what Apple did, for instance. Apple built a mobile phone that requires you to just touch and you do your thing. And other technologies followed suit. So if you had asked anyone there, they might not know what they want truly. You as a product manager, you as a product person are the one to actually assume for them and see if they buy into it. So if people can tell you that, no, I don't like creamy pasta. So if you have asked someone maybe earlier, couple of people 2 years ago or last year, that do you think Milky Donut will be a thing? And some people say, nah, how will you put milk inside donut? Nah. But everyone clearly saw the Milky Donut pandemic that happened 3 months or 4 months ago, and people loved it, right? So that is the same way. So people would tell you or feel a form and tell you, yes, I don't think, but their reaction is not always, synonymous to what they say, or how they act is not synonymous to what they say. So this is why we need MVPs. This is why we cannot categorically depend on just surveys from people, right? Or just having a focus group and asking them. You need to test to see if it worked, right? Okay. The first thing I was trying to explain that for you to validate, so with MVP, you are validating that there is a need or there is a problem. That is what MVP is used for. And so that need, you want to be sure that, okay, there's a need for that particular problem. So let me use another example. I don't know why I'm using pastry today, and maybe because I have cravings for that, but maybe I would use a more techie example, because my polls showed that a lot of you are novice, and that's why I want to be as granular, I want to be as relatable as possible. So guys, should I continue using my pastry example, or you want me to go techie with you guys? Let me see. what you guys want. Just let me know. Finn, Dairo, Felicia, Dauda, sorry, Ima, what you guys want? Do you want techie, or I continue with my pastry example? Okay, you guys are giving me thumbs up. Thumbs up means pastry example, right? So if you want pastry example, tech, okay, tech, please. Okay, so we have tech, please. So I'll do tech. Great, great. Okay, so let's use tech then. So now, if you were go techie, yes, I'm going techie, Tenita, but trust me, we'll go techie. So now, let's use the ride sharing app example. That is things like Uber, Bolt, InDrive, the example. So years ago, there was nothing like Uber. Let's say, I think about the first MVP for Uber was 2009. Yes, if I'm very correct, it depends. It was called Uber Car. So let's use that as an example. So let's bring it down to Nigeria, because I see a lot of my audience are Nigerians. Yeah. So how will you know that people will not mind using their own personal car to pick people up? Or how will you know that, people, how will you be sure that people would not mind using their own personal car, to take people from a particular location from one location to another location? How will you be sure? You would say that you can either send surveys, right? But what Ubercar did was, then they brought out fleets of, couple of cars and talked to other people to see if they would want to. Of course, they created an application that will allow them, access, and allow riders access people that were passengers. And they saw how it went, and it went great. People bought that idea, right? So then it validated that the MVP, although right now Uber can do so many things. You can do delivery on Uber. You can do what are the other amazing? I think that you can do aside from ride sharing. Just speaking out, you can do amazing things, and even Uber Eats. Yes, Uber Eats as well. But the MVP then, their major focus was to see if people wouldn't mind using their personal mobile car to get people from one place to another, or if there is a need at all. So when they started the first MVP, with the first application to see if it happened, and they saw that it went well. So this validated that there is a need for such a thing, right? So you also validate solution. Solution is that the thing that you are using to solve that need, is it what people need exactly? So we're still back to using Uber. Is it an application that they need, or they just need a phone USSD or something exactly that will allow people to, access riders or access passengers? So they thought that an application would be great. That was their solution, but they needed to validate that solution. And the MVP helped them to validate both the needs and also help them validate their solutions, right? So the final product, the first product, that first product to help you validating the need and also help you validating the solution is the MVP. So that's why the MVP, when you say the MVP, is always the first product that they rolled out with a minimum feature ever, but it's still what the users can use and can probably solve what they need. Okay, so guys, is it clear? Thumbs up if this is understandable. I like to see that people are following me. Okay, so nice, perfect. Thank you guys for that feedback. So now let's see what an MVP is like, and what is an MVP and what is not an MVP. So a lot of people think that, so look at this thing up. So the problem here is that someone is tired of using horse to move from a location A to B. They're tired of using their legs to move from a location A. So they need something that will allow them to move from a location A to B. That is the need, and that's the problem. So now, if you want to build an MVP for that need, this is not an MVP, just building 2 tires or building a full product. The MVP would probably be a bicycle. You know why? That bicycle can also move someone from a point A to B. Do you guys agree? And you say, oh, is this functional enough? the user comes back and tells you that, yes, we love the bicycle. At least it's helping move me from, I don't have to walk, 500 meters to get to my location or a kilometer to kilometer. The bicycle makes it faster. I really like it. But the challenge is not really as fast. Can you help us build something that would take me, if I was using maybe 10 minutes and I don't have to cycle too much, like my legs hurt, and when I get to the place, I'm sweaty. Can you try to help us build something that would make me not look sweaty when I get to the location, and at least my leg won't hurt that much? Then you say, you know what, you go back as a product manager that, okay, this is a feedback from a user, and say, okay, this person, now it shows that what we are doing is actually in the right direction. Building a product with wheels is what they need, but we can actually improve the product. So then you go ahead to put in a motor that, or an engine that will allow the person not to pedal, but will help them move automatically and get to their location faster than a bicycle. Then you go back as a product manager to also get feedback again and say, guys, do you think that, the power bike we just invented, do you think it's a good thing? It's actually helping you go from point A, B, and get it back. And the person says, a lot of people say, yes, we love this. Absolutely. But the challenge is, when it's raining, rain used to beat me, Can you guys build something that is covered up, right? And you're like, okay, I got you guys. You go and build another product, add another feature. The feature you're adding this time around is something that can cover, your movable engine at this point to get them to point A. And you keep it. So this thing that we are doing is called iterations. You started from a bicycle, the next iteration you went into building a motorbike, and now you have a car. Then you got feedback, even though the car looks like it solved the problem, but you then went back and asked customers again, guys, do you think we're doing good? We're doing it. Say, if I'm traveling from Lagos to Abuja, right? The challenge with the car is that I cannot move all my things alone. I have to drive, almost a week back and forth to move my things from Lagos to Abuja. Can I have something with more space that I can help me load things, and you come up with, another vehicle or another product that can move them from one place, but with more storage space? So this is how it works. So even what it means is that, see, one thing you guys should identify is that at the beginning of your first launch, you solve the problem. Do you agree with me? You solved the problem. The problem was that they needed something to take them from a point A to B, right? But you kept iterating, improving, and adding extra features. But the goal of the problem essentially was that they needed something to move to. But now see, the one above here, the one that is not an MVP, someone needs to go from point A to B. You say, oh, you gave them time, or you said before, and they needed to move from A, but you gave them tires and you gave them maybe this is something that looks like a scooter, then an engine. It doesn't solve anything at all. And the thing about the first diagram here is that this will take years and years to build. This will take years and years to perfect. You might not even get the perfect feedback because you have nothing to show the customers. And also, you will not be able to give them something early enough that they can be using in the meantime whilst you keep, improving your products. So if you want to launch fast, you want to launch early, you want to validate fast, always try to build an MVP that people will use, that they can be using in the meantime while you're improving your product. So like, let's take, for instance, Instagram. When Instagram started years ago, we couldn't do reels, we couldn't do video call, we couldn't do voice note, all we could do with Instagram was to just share pictures and like it and pretty much comment. But now we have Instagram stories, you can even run ads. A lot of you knew about this MVP training through Instagram because we ran a sponsored ad, right? And now they are able to do a lot of things, but the MVP was the fact that people can share beautiful moments, people can share things with their friends, family, and the world at large. So guys, we're good, right? Okay, I believe you guys are following. So the question here is, why is building an MVP so important? Let's give me a second, please. But sorry about that. Let's just, do something real quick. So why is building an MVP so important? So the first thing here is that to learn what is resonating in the market and what is not. You want to know what people really need, like what people desire is in the market. That is why it's important to build an MVP, not just sit down in your cubicle or wherever and assume that this is what the market actually needs. Okay. Another reason why you should build an MVP is to release the product to the market sooner. So you're not waiting for years before you launch your product. You release the first version and you think that first version, people will still even buy it and it will validate. Help you also get insight and feedback from them as to what you should do next, instead of you just assuming that you want to add this feature or not. And help you, MVP also supports your feature prioritization, because if you as a product manager assume that this is what people will need in their list of features that you want to build for the product that you want to sell, once you you launch your MVP, is the user that will now tell you that you might be thinking that this particular feature is what we will launch next in your product roadmap, but the users will be the one that now tell you that this is what we need, this is what is there, this is what we need, asset. So let's use Uber. So when Uber started they learn out the MVP. Then people are like, well, I typically use Uber to go to restaurants to eat food. And they said, I think maybe they wanted to start with just, bike delivery. This is my assumption. I don't work in Uber, so I can't tell. But then I said, instead of starting with delivery, let's quickly launch a feature called Uber Eats, because a lot of people are giving us feedback after the first after our first MVP, that yes, we like the fact that people can use their cars and they feel safe, entering other people's car is fine. But I don't want to leave my house and I want to, get food and whatnot. And they decided to do Uber Eats. So what it means is that it's the customers that help them prioritize the next feature for them to build, and which is the best way to actually, iterate. Now, it also helps you to minimize money and time that you would otherwise spend on developing a product that will sell. Do you agree? So imagine if you put out your MVP and no one used your products. The amount of users that use your products are very few. You know that that means this product is not needed. Is not needed at all. Like, people won't buy it. So instead of investing so much on building vast features in that product, you know that your MVP already validated that, okay, you need to look into something else. Okay. An MVP is also important to test concept of users before further investment, just like I said. Before you start investing, remember I started with the pastry example where you started with just 3 pastries. So for you to know if you should open a bigger store to sell more pastries in it, your MVP will help you decide that, okay, if you're getting sold out in two days, then it means that if you had a big pastry store, you most probably sell out. So you can go ahead to invest in building, a nice outlet for your pastry. So with the product as well, we being technical now, if you roll out different an MVP product that is out and people are not using, people are not downloading your application, people are not signing up, it means that there is a problem. Maybe people don't need that product, and you shouldn't go ahead to adding more features until you understand what you're supposed to do. So another thing that I would like to clarify, and that's why I put this in the slide, is some people think that MVPs are minimum viable prototype, and so prototype and MVP typically are PIPs. PIP means products in progress, right? And this is a quick difference. Minimum viable product is a final product that you launched out and is delivered to the market right away. People are using it. This means that it has been simple, well polished, without any bugs or problem. People are actually using it. That's a minimum viable product. It might not have all the features that you need, but it's something that you already put into the market. But a prototype, on the other hand, is created for the sake of finding errors. It's not perfect. You can throw it away once you are built. You try, it's internal. Okay, let me give you the major difference is that prototype is internal. You guys test internal with a prototype. keep changing, updating. If you can, it's easy to throw away. You can trade away. It doesn't get to the market, but a minimum viable product would always get to the market. But I went ahead to also explain the different types of difference between, based on three major things, which is the scope. And scope in the sense that prototypes requires less time and effort. Prototype, you might not even build the real thing. It could be a blueprint, it could be a mock-up, it could be a wireframe. But MVP is the actual product. You have to code that product and put it into the market. So, and another difference is commitment. Once you commence with an MVP, you're likely to drop it completely. Prototypes are simpler to dump. Once you start an MVP, you are most likely to actually send it into the market. But prototype, you can dump it, you can discard it, you can reiterate, build more features, make it look fancier, make it look better. And another thing is the audience. So I mentioned earlier that prototypes tend to stay internally with a handful of users' feedback internally. So with product, you can build a prototype and just call different users. You're not telling them to sign up. You can just give them like a test environment for them to test it and give you feedback. You can use that for a prototype. But an MVP, you are sending it out, a wider audience accessing it. These are for early adopters that will use your product. So these are the major difference between a prototype and an MVP, because a lot of times people mix this up. Now, what are the advantages of MVP? MVP, it's an opportunity to acquire early adopters and advocates. So it's an opportunity for people to start using your product and start helping you speak about your product, even without you doing any marketing at all. People will market because they've used it. Have you not times without numbers, you see someone tell you that, have you tried a product that you've never heard of before, but they have used it because they're early adopter that, try it. This product is awesome. You understand? It's even free. All of the features that they currently have are free. Go and use it. So it's an opportunity for you to acquire. Instead of waiting years and years to perfect that product, you can push it out and start getting early adopters and people that will start helping you use their word of mouth to get people to use your product. So it's good that you always get your MVP out fast. It also helps you to reduce development cost and while you're maximizing learning. So before you invest time and money and human resources in building other features, you can quickly get learnings and feedback through your MVPs than any other way, than even surveys. So it's a good tool to help you reduce costs and also make sure that you are getting useful learnings. And another thing is faster time to market, faster anticipation of market demand and faster adjustment based on rapid feedback. The best feedback, the most authentic, the most almost guaranteed feedback you can get are from MVPs compared to prototypes or any other form of feedback tools that you want to use. So you see that it's a very good way to get great feedback. Now, the disadvantages of MVPs is that competitors have the ability to study and potentially replicate your innovative concept, which can erode your market advantage. So the thing is, if you have your trade secrets, people can leverage on that. They see what you already built and build even something much more nicer and better than what you built. I mean, because it's already public, right? People are already using it. So competitors have the ability to review that and build something better. So it's a disadvantage in some cases. But I tell you that if it's something that you cooked originally, trust me, it will take a while before you can get competitors to, copy it and get, because of course, you see, when Facebook started, we had other social media spring up. So that's how it is. Another thing is, if users are dissatisfied with your MVP, this is something that you need. This is one drawback of MVP, that you push out your MVP and you are sure that there are bugs, it's not really working fine. Trust me, the perception, like they say, first impression lasts long. The perception about that product, your brand reputation, everything, it will impact it, and people might lose trust. Even though you go back, your second iteration will be good, but because of their perception of your first iteration, people might not really trust, the product going forward. So another thing is that when you remember that MVPs is a tool to validate your product and also a tool to get feedback, and you got feedback and you do not resolve that feedback in a timely manner, it will also impact your brand reputation, and allow people to lose trust of your product. So do you understand? These are the major drawbacks of MVPs. So let's talk about some examples of MVPs, right? So you guys see how Instagram used to look like before. Is this how it looks like now? You couldn't apply filters to Instagram before, but now you can. It was just basically upload pictures and share. And now they reiterated, see, this is what the MVPs, their MVP was, and now it's better. Let's look at another example. Facebook. This is so funny. Very, very funny. Look at how Facebook used to look like and see what it is now. So in 2004, this was the first version of Facebook. Another example will be Amazon. So Amazon initially just wanted to sell books. They wanted you to be able to come to their website and be able to buy books, and that's pretty much. But one of their goals is that they wanted a personalized shopping experience, even though they were focused on book, but they wanted to make sure that when you're shopping on their website, you have a personalized shopping experience. There was recommendation and all this, and this has been what has grown to being a full-fledged e-commerce, amazing, one of, if not the biggest e-commerce website in the world, and they are still fulfilling their promise of having a personalized experience. So guys, I hope with these examples, you are getting the drill, you're understanding what it means to have an MVP, or what MVPs are and how they grow, with time through iterations. Okay? Yeah, great. Now, this is just a process of building MVP. So the first thing that you want to do is to define the problem and the goals. You want to do your market research by finding target market customers. You also want to prioritize core features. Now, so let me explain so that it's not confusing. So you have an idea, and you want to be able to clearly define what the solution, that idea is solving, what the problem is, and what your idea is solving. You want to know what it is. Then if you can do that, you want to do like a maybe survey, market research to see what sort of things people need to solve that problem, just to help you know how to, define the features that you want to use in that product. Then the next thing you want to go ahead to do is those features that you got insight either from the surveys you gave the customer or the things that you have assumed. You want to prioritize it, because when you prioritize it might be the first 5 major features are what would be in your MVPs, your MVP rather. So once you have the first 5, you prioritize the feature, then you can now go ahead to invest money in creating that MVP. Then you start testing by launching. Once you launch, you get feedback and insight, and you continue to improve your products. So now, if you were in the product road mapping class, we had an hypothetical product that all of us were building together, and I think in the product roadmap class we were able to build a product roadmap for this product. So the product is called Foodie Haven. At this point, I'm sure that you guys would assume that your facilitator really likes good food. All right, so Foodie Haven is an hypothetical food delivery startup focused on providing a seamless and enjoyable food ordering experience. The goal is to launch a beta version within 6 months, which is primarily going to be our MVP. Food Haven aims to connect with users with a wide variety of local restaurants and provide features that enhance the food delivery experience. So I want to ask a question. What do you think the MVP of this product will be? Now that you understand MVP, so MVP experts. Okay, Dairo, please.
Okay, I just want to try.
Sure,
I
please.
think one of the core feature will be for users to be able to order food, then payments. I think
Okay.
payments is also there. Then delivery, for them to be able to pick their locations and where the food can be delivered to, and probably payment options, maybe using other payment, ATM, transfer, Yeah,
Great.
thank you.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. You did very well. You did very well. Thank you, Dairo. Oreoluwa, I see that you raised your hand up. I'll give you a minute to share what you think the MVP features will be. Okay, so Ore Shidal. So I mean, Dairo Doyo spoke everything that I believe should be our first MVP. So at least we have something how people can start using, and these are very functional and very valuable as well. So I think I did a couple of things as it relates to oh, nice, Tyra. So now remember I talked about the process. So the first thing is we understand the problem that we want to give variety of dining experience. We want people to be able to have access to that. Right? That's the problem we want to solve. So maybe the current food applications are just limited to just basic restaurant, maybe the fast food sort of restaurant, but our application should have access to variety also. That's what we're solving. So now the next thing you want to do a market research and target market. So now the first thing you are doing is studying your competitors. So things like Uber Eats, Grubhub, see what they are offering, see their pricing model, see their user feedback, and then you would also need to understand what sort of people you're targeting. Who are the people that would want to order from an application? I'm pretty sure my mom might not really want to. People above, 50, 60, 70. So you're not looking to them. So you're thinking people 25 to 35, because those are the people that currently even order Uber Eats, Glovo, Grubhub, and the like. So once you've gotten that, then you now you see the kind of features maybe Uber has, and you define your features. So let's say the essential features would be restaurant discovery, allow users to be able to browse restaurant based on cuisine, location, and user rating, since we want them to have different varieties. So your application should have different cuisine. You have the local, you have the continental, you have the Yoruba sort of dish, Igbo, Calabar, all those variety. You want them to be able to have that is your selling point, right? You want them to be able to enable a seamless interface for menu browsing, customization of order, and checkout. And you want them to be able to track their delivery process in real time. What's the status of their order? Like, are they preparing it? I mean, these are things that you should have in AMV, because currently you already have Uber. You can't say you want to start from the nitty-gritty, because we have Uber Eats, which is your competitor. Except you are the first one doing it, you can do basic. But now you can't do basic. This should essentially be the feature that you need. So now, in the future, you can now decide to add loyalty program and advanced customization options for dietary, preference. Some people that have diabetes, you might want to start, giving them opportunity to pick out what sort of, cuisines that they see. But that's not the major thing. That's just like an add-on. That's a good to have. But what you should have is restaurant discovery, ordering process, and a real-time tracking. And the next thing is you want to create your tech stack. You want to gather your tech team together and start developing these features. And once you've done that, you launch your market, you see that you test. So you have internal testing, people testing out to make sure that it's seamless, there are no bugs. Then you do beta testing, put it on iOS, put it on Play Store for people to access. When people can access that, then you get insight to know that should you either do dietary preferences or loyalty program next. Those feedbacks would help you get that, and you also see from the insight either restaurant discovery is the thing that people need or they don't need. I mean, that is the feedback I will get. So this is pretty much every single thing that you need to know about MVP. MVPs are very good tools for you to validate your solutions, your products. And if you're a product manager, if you're even building a business at all, do not wait to be fully ready. Do not wait to have it all ready. Just push out your MVP. I remember a friend of mine, younger sister, said that she wanted to build, this is not a tech product, this is a makeup product, right? and she wasn't sure if people are into this organic sort of, makeup product. But she needed so much money to have different range, like have a lip gloss, have eyeliner. And I remember telling her that you don't need so much before you even invest in different range of organic products. Why don't you see the most commonly used makeup that ladies use, which will maybe be lip gloss, for instance, eye pencil or foundation, and let that be your MVP. Try and start selling that out. And lo and behold, it was a very good decision for her because she knew what to develop, what sort of makeup product to develop. Because interestingly, people were scared to for the lip gloss, it was a no-no, but for the I think the foundation it was, and she built on that. So that is the same mindset MVPs give, especially to product team, and that is it's an amazing tool to make sure that you are investing in the right resources. You're not, wasting money. You are doing the right thing, actually. So this is from the program Mama. Do you guys have any questions? Do you guys have any questions? I'm waiting for your questions, or it's all clear now. Tracy, Victor, Helumi, Rayo, Orelua, Muhammad, Fee. Okay. Yeah, I see you raise your hand. Tell me. Fee, okay, let me hear you.
Okay. Good afternoon, ma.
Yeah, good afternoon, Fee.
Yeah. I joined in late, so I wasn't able to get most of the point. But I just want to ask. So, creating a minimum, the MVP, is it part of, how do I put this? Like, is it separate? Is it on its own, or it's actually part of the product management life cycle?
Oh, it's part of the product management life cycle, absolutely. I mean, it's your the first version of your product that you launch in your product life cycle. So it's part of it. Does that
Okay, because
answer? Tell
yeah,
me.
because this you listed were like also like a bit of the product management life cycle.
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure about that.
Yeah, it's part of the product life cycle process. Yeah. Dairo, you raised your hand.
Okay, yes, I want to ask a question, and which is, if you want to build an MVP for any kind of products, or okay, my question is it only for software products?
No, it's not.
Oh,
Not only for
okay,
software.
okay. So can we now say that use of MVP is under, what's it called now, agile methodology?
Oh, yes, it is. Agile is even the one that facilitates MVP because Agile builds an iteration. And when you build MVP, you are looking forward to building an iteration. So, yes, it's part of Agile methodology.
Mm.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
you're welcome. So, any other questions? Adedola Kodauda, Ima, Felicia. I'm assuming that it's very clear now. If anyone asks you about MVP, you know what it is. Okay, let me create a poll. I'm creating a poll, so I want you guys to vote. All right. Can you guys see the poll now? Can you guys see the poll? So let me see your votes. Okay, so we have very confident. Okay. I like that a lot of us are moving from novice now to, excuse me, I like that a lot of us are moving from novice now to very confident after this session. Really nice. Really nice. Really nice. Really nice. All right. So yes. So that's pretty much everything that you need to understand about MVPs. Okay, so how do you get your certificate for this course? The first rule here is to join the learner community on WhatsApp. I want to confirm that you are on WhatsApp already. So Ima told me that he got his certificate. So how do you get your certificate? So if you guys are not on the community, please let me know. Is there anyone that's not on the community? It's free, it's just a WhatsApp community. So I guess everyone. Ryo. Oh, Ryo, you're not? Okay. Please, Mide, can you share the link? Tracy, are you on the community?
No, I'm
Hello?
not on the community.
Okay. Then I will share an exam enrollment form now, because I mean, to get a certificate, you need to actually write an exam, and the exam is timed. I'm not so sure how many questions they have for the product road mapping. They had 30 questions and they had to do it for 15 minutes. So for this one, I'm not so sure how many questions it will be. So I'm going to share the product roadmap. That's for people interested in getting a certificate for this training. Real quick, let me share you the sheet. So fill the sheet with your name, email, and your name as you would want it to be on your, what's it called, on your certificate. Okay, just give me a second, I'll share the sheet now. So guys, have you seen the sheet?
Not yet.
Okay, let me, 1 second, please. So by the way, if you don't have your name on this sheet will be open till this evening. If you don't have it for about, I think, 4 hours, if you don't have the what's it called, your name on here, you will not be able to, I mean, even if you write the exam, if you were able to get the link, you won't get a certificate. For, okay, now you guys should be able to see this is now public. Okay.
Have you also sent the link?
Yeah, I'm
The
seeing
sheet?
people already on the sheet.
Okay. Okay, do we send it to the WhatsApp community just in case those that were not able to wait till this period? Or maybe the internet got cut off, because I've seen a couple of people.
Oh, all right. All right. Anyways, I can track people that enroll anyway, so it's okay.
Sorry, please. From my end is on view only, so I can't edit. So
You're
add
sure?
my name. Yes,
Ah,
I'm on view only.
okay, let me.
Yeah.
Okay, you should be able to do that now. You should be able to do that now, right?
Okay, I don't know if it's from my end. I'm still having the same issue. Probably
I'm
if
seeing.
someone can help me, I'll just paste it in the chat. I'm unable to edit it on view only.
Oh, that's interesting.
You
Can
can
you
send your
reload? Okay, sure. You can send your details as well.
Thank you.
Okay.
Musmola, you can on the WhatsApp community, you can check for Mide and send a DM with the name you want to be written on the certificate, your email, and your phone number. You can check it up on the WhatsApp community. Just send a direct message to Mide.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm just giving us a couple of time to. So, guys, are you done? So I'm just waiting for you guys to be done.
Dairo Esther Dwyer, kindly confirm number 5 on the spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Okay, I will check now.
Then who else? Tracy. Tracy, do you want Tracy to be written on it? Tracy, okay.
Yes, it's confirmed. Thank you.
Okay, so beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let me, now that we're good with that, so you guys should understand that you need to take a product road mapping exam, which will be sent to your email, and you need to score 90% and above. Just 2 trials. You have 2 trials to get this done, and it's a timed exam. So I hope that whilst I was training, you had your writing materials to take notes. Okay, so we did in the product mapping class. So if you want to have a full taste of the whole product management bundle, where you can tell yourself that I am a certified product manager, and by the way, our certification are internationally recognized. I want to quickly share you what your certificate will look like. And if you remember when I started, I said that one easy way to get to transition is by you skilling up and having a certification that can help you like validate to your recruiters and your prospective employer that you have knowledge of the states. So now, see, this is someone that did. I don't know. Do we have Mohammed here? Do we have Mohammed here? Olabamiji Abayomi, do we have him here? So for this course, okay, Tracy, please raise your hand. Tracy, you raised your hand. Tell us.
No, I think it has been raised since I forgot to put it down.
Oh,
So I
okay,
just put
okay.
it down.
So this is what your credential will look like on your LinkedIn. I mean, this was even the free course that we had on product road mapping, and it's verifiable. You can click on it if your employer wants to see it. It's verifiable. It has a unique code attached to you, okay? So if you pass the exam, this is the kind of the kind of certificate that you will receive from us that they can even scan and verify. Yeah, okay. So I just thought to share that with you guys. So let me go back to sharing my regular screen. So if you're interested in joining the full product management class that will be coming up soon, actually in September, you can join. You have 20% off, being that you have showed dedication and you even wanted to do the free course. So it's something for us, you can join. And it's for $200, but 20% means that you get 40%. You get $40 of $40, yes, I suppose, right? So all you just need to pay is $160 for the course. So if it's something you're interested in to upping your skill, and remember that whenever you take a course, we also have partnership with tech HR companies that will help you learn tech roles, I mean, across the world. So it's a very good investment, especially people thinking on transitioning career. This is not Udemy or any other, I'm sorry to call names, but any other course that you just get, and then you get support from the beginning, from learning a skill all through to landing your first tech job. And this is Abiola. She was in the last product management cohort, and she's currently working as a product manager with a company in Estonia. Estonia is in Europe, by the way. So this could be you. Abiola was in one of the webinars like this. I remember her. She kept asking questions about, the program, and she made the decision. And that single decision, the investment she had made, trust me, she has maybe 7 times the salary already. I don't know, of what she's earning now. So it's good that you also make that investment if it's something that you're looking forward to. It's not even up to 300K or at this moment. And yes, for people that are saying, oh, I don't think I want to join the program, but I just want to know how I can get a remote job in tech, we have a program called, the Remote Job Accelerator Program, which is coming up also towards the end of September, towards October. We just want to gather a couple of people in, and then we'll put a fixed date. So it's right now 70,000 naira, but for people that are here, you get 50% off. So you just have to pay 35,000 naira. And let me tell you what you get from this remote job accelerator program. So you learn how to design CVs that are ATS approved. You're not going to just be sending out CVs and getting automated emails that you're denied automatically because your CVs are not ATS approved. LinkedIn optimization, that's even a must. That's even by the side. Another thing that we're trying to build is your remote work mindset as well. Also, access to pools of links where you can actually get remote jobs from startups that you're not focusing on things that people are focusing on. This is very, very detailed. Another thing that will also, do is remote job readiness. A lot of people would always, sometimes you may say, oh, I have tried to apply during the interview and they just dropped me off. So there are things that you need to know, like your internet speed test, how you can ensure that it passes it, so many other things. So for 35,000 naira that you can use to have a meal in a restaurant, to get all of that and land yourself that job role, I don't think it's so much, in my own opinion. You are invested in your career and your future. So remote job also is not for tech people, if you know that, right? So there are some roles that you are in now that you might see them calling it some other name and you don't even know that you have the skills. These are some things that we'll also clarify. You're also going to do a personality assessment test. It's very packed. It's very, very packed. So when we made a promise that between 6 to 12 months, you should be able to land yourself your first tech role. This is not that we're not blabbing, because we know what we're investing. We know the sort of resources we would invest in you that will help you guide. It's a do-it-yourself kind of thing. And I believe, and we have testimonies already of people already landing themselves, tech jobs and tech roles. So it could be you. You can reach out to Midday in the community if you want to enroll, and you can tell if you're coming in fives. If you are 5 of you coming together, you also get, I think, what's it called? Let me confirm. If it's a group of 5, you get 5K off that 35,000 naira. So if you have your friends that you guys are interested, you guys can gather up yourself and say, you know what, 5 of us, let's do this. We only pay 30K. That is in Nigeria they call it Ashwebi cost. So Ashwebi material cost. So now, we've given you this offer, and we hope that we see you in our comprehensive class. If this is a free class, you can imagine what a 8-week class will be, how equipped you'll be in product management, or you can imagine what our remote class will be, remote job class will be. So I hope that you guys will join. And for this free class, by the way, for this MVP, you guys are not paying anything. It's absolutely free. You write the exam and you get your certificate. So at this point, I would like to ask if there are any other questions. Are there any questions? Tracy, do you have a question? Temi Topa, Victor, Muhammad, Aurelua, Musumola, Felicia, Ima, Byron, Adedola, Paul. Guys, any questions? Okay.
Okay, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, I have a quick question. The
Sure.
payment for the product, sorry, I'm on the road actually. So the payment for the product management,
Yeah.
is it can it be paid in installments, or is it a
yes.
one-time payment thing?
No, you can pay in installment in as much as it's within the time frame of the before the product roadmap class starts towards the end. So yes, you can pay in installment, and you can discuss that. We have a financial advisor that you speak to, and and in the case where you also need financial help as well, like you have the certain amount and whatnot that you want to pay, but this is for our we do this for people that are living with disability. Anyone living with disability, we do a financial relief for them. Some of them don't have to pay at all, but there is always proof. We always do our background check before we do that. So if you want to pay installmentally for the product management class, you can do that. That's not a problem. Okay, any other questions?
Thank you.
You're welcome, Tini Tope. Any other questions? Okay, I guess in the absence of none, it's a pleasure to have been able to share my knowledge and expertise with you guys. I'm looking forward to, having you in our other courses, classes, and most importantly, in our community. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you so much. Please enjoy the rest of your weekend. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.